How's it going, Sonic? And yeah, no, I literally just saw that you sent in the Discord asking when I was streaming like 10 minutes ago. Alright, so I don't actually know how today is gonna go because I think I like stepped on my shoulder really weirdly and my arm's killing me, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, it is time to finally start the gauntlet. So, I have actually been playing this for give or take 9 hours. I think I've put in maybe about 3 hours total on my setup here, both during the random games marathon when I had to do Blood 720. I was like, yeah, I'll just do a gauntlet for fun. And a bit after, and then I put in give or take 6 hours when I was on vacation the last week. So yeah, when it comes to just the gauntlet, this is my playtime. At least it's close to my playtime. When I do my final playtime, I'm just gonna add together all of the playtime for each max mode because I mean we can count that as pre-practice, so it's gonna be miles higher than this, but I'll deal with that later. So yeah, it is good to be back. I had a good vacation, very productive, which we will get into in a few minutes. But first of all, as you can see from the pinned comment, I've made a spreadsheet to track everything, just because there's so much to track with the gauntlet when it comes to like my fails and all that. So I just made a spreadsheet. For the general info, I'll probably add some more stuff to this, but you know, the gauntlet, when I started it officially, which is today, all of the data that I have here is starting from last Sunday when I started doing attempts when I was on vacation. And then I'll be updating my current playtime and current PB whenever those change. And then the only deaths I'm going to be tracking with Blood 720 are going to be 5 a.m. deaths, and then anything else is fair game. I'll be tracking the completions that I do. This will be counting practice. And I just did rough estimates for all of this because I don't really know the total number of times I've done these three in particular, so... and then every PB here, and then this is going to be like a detailed thing where after I get a run to 5 a.m. on Blood 720, I write down what it was, the date, cause of the death, and then I guess kind of my afterthoughts. So yeah, check out that spreadsheet if you want. And yeah, so let's get into the gauntlet so far. So the first time I really played the gauntlet was during the RNG marathon stream. I had to beat Blood 720, and I was probably, I don't know, I was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks off of beating HRN, so I was like, let's see how I can do in Reigning Nightmare after I beat it. So I got like mid 3 or mid 4 on Reigning Nightmare. After that, I don't actually remember. Good thing I have a great spreadsheet. Yeah, I got basically a 4 a.m. on Reigning Nightmare on May 24th, 2025. And then I think about 2 weeks later is when I was playing the gauntlet randomly, and I was just in a call with some friends, and I get past Blood 720, and then I get past Reigning Nightmare. At this point, this is when I was starting to think, oh man, I might actually have a chance to get to Rat Cat all challenges. Now at this point, I don't know if I'd beaten PMAC yet. No, I definitely hadn't beaten PMAC at this point, but I was still playing PMAC, and I had no clue how to play Rat Cat all challenges at all. So if I got to rank out all challenges, I would just instantly die. Oh yeah, I almost died at the end of Ring Nightmare, but I forget what happened. Oh yeah, basically I was just gonna I thought I was just gonna stall everything out, and then I remembered, oh wait, they can still kill you after the transition. How's it going, Goofy? Yeah, no, we don't talk about that. There were a lot of close calls throughout this entire attempt. A lot of really close calls in Rat and Cat Theater as well. But long story short, I get to 5 a.m. on Rat and Cat Theater and I think, fuck, I have to do Rat and Cat all challenges and I don't know how to play this thing at all. Yeah, I did a little bit of Candy's Adventure practice this morning. I'm not very good at it, but it's just going to be kind of a daily thing where I play Candy's Adventure a couple times. So I think I've beaten it like 3 or 4 times. I don't know. I didn't play for very long. Yeah, basically I kind of realized, man, I'm getting to Rat Cat. Yeah, that's when I really realized, like, fuck. So yeah, we start the night. As you can see, I very clearly do not know how to play Rat and Cat all challenges. So yeah, and yeah, long story short, I die because I literally just didn't know what to do. So that was my PB for a while, and I didn't really play the Gauntlet for a while. Yeah, no, I was so PMAC brain rotted, I just did that, and then I was like, oh, I gotta look under the bed, and then that's about as far as I knew up to that point. So, fast forward to August 3rd, also known as 1 week ago, and that's when I was on vacation. My laptop could like barely handle Oblivious Casa, so I wasn't really able to do as much practicing on True Nightmare No Postmortem as I would have liked, so I was like, I'll just play the Gauntlet instead. And long story short, for why I'm doing this before True Nightmare No Postmortem, I just have more motivation for this, and in the long term, I think doing this closer to when I've beaten both PMAC and Rat Cat all challenges will be better. I do still want to do True Nightmare No Postmortem. I have nothing against it. It's just I have more motivation for this. So no, I had the graphics as low as possible. No, speedrunning Candy's Adventure isn't that bad. When I talk about the 3 completions I did this morning, it was 3 completions at like, I don't know, they weren't like particularly fast. They were like 4:40, 4:45, which is enough time. So yeah, but we go to August 3rd, and with my, here, let's see. This was my setup for the week. We have my shitty laptop. I brought my mic because it takes up like no space. I have my laptop's keyboard gets incredibly hot and is also just really bad, so I brought this keyboard, which is now my main keyboard because I figured out why I have such bad arm pain. Long story short, my other keyboard hurts more than this one for whatever reason. And I got my mouse and all of my other stuff. So this is the setup. I have a uncomfortable stool that doesn't have a back, so I did like irreversible damage to my posture. Yeah. I don't know. I'll watch your completion to see your route, but I just used the route that Bones did, which works for me. Or mine is slightly different because there's that one area in the gray part where like you can go up and it's like a little faster, or you can go down and get some health. And I always go down because I damage boost through the first like jumping dog mini boss. With scoliosis. Well, that's what we're doing now, I guess. I mean, I do have scoliosis, so. But yeah, day 1. I I saved basically every single attempt but one I had at least 5 a.m. in Blood 720. So we're going to go through each of these because there's actually a lot of really funny stuff that happens. So, it will not be uncommon to hear my cousin playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 in the background. So that's that. Oh, there's 2 + 5 hearts? I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take a look at your route. Yeah, no, there's 0 chance of me doing the true gauntlet, unless I, for whatever reason, really want to torture myself with even more HRN. That's the only chance of me doing the true gauntlet. So slim to none at best. So yeah, this one... I forget. Let me pull up my notes. Yeah, okay, so this was a really funny one. So, as you can see, we hit 5 a.m. and I have like 16-17%, which is way more than I usually do. Usually going into 5, I have like anywhere from 10 to 12. Oh, you'll see how I sell this one. So, we get here, and I have like 8% right when I need to start closing shit. So we watch this, I go here, and then my brain farts, and I hit the time I gotta start shutting everything down, and because I have too much power, I'm not able to die before Rat kills me, and the power out happens. So that's what... Oh, man. Yeah, so that's that. There's a lot of great Blood 720 deaths. I got, just spoiler alert, I got absolutely rolled by Blood 720 the entire week. Yeah. So, next... Nope, wrong one. Next decent attempt I had, Ringing Nightmare at 12 a.m. This was another great attempt. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The timer is desynced because my laptop's so shit, it would freeze for like a good 5 to 6 seconds between the transition between each game, so that's why it's desynced. Usually here I'd have to look at Old Candy, but basically Old Candy like just spawned and his noise is incredibly quiet. I knew he was on this side, I didn't know where, and I didn't hear it being louder when I switched, so I instantly get a phone broken, which is... I mean, it's winnable, but you need to have, like, the best luck of all time. So, that's that. That's my first Blood 720 completion of the week. Next, this was... I think this was maybe my first death in the 550s of Blood 720. I forget... Yeah, I had pretty average power pace going into 5. I forget what happened exactly. I think I just didn't have enough power. I just did a really shit job green running, I think. Yeah, 2 things happened. One, I overestimated how much I had looked at Chester, and I didn't really handle the penguin door closing well, but if he closed the middle instead of the left one, I might have been okay. I don't think I would have, but there would have been a chance. What do you mean EVW? What? Is it going Naive Storm? No, I just use a timer. I don't use it besides I don't use the timer for anything except Blood 720 except to like keep track of playtime and all that. Yeah, well, what do I say? I tie my hair back. It's a horrible thing because it's a webcam. It's a camera on a laptop. It's gonna look bad. So yeah, that's my first 557. Get used to seeing this number. We'll see it a bunch. This is the next day. I had just woken up, which is why I looked zonked out of my brains. This is another 557. This one, I think I don't really remember what happened. I mean, as you can clearly tell, I did horrible in Old Candy. I don't know. Yeah, I did horrible at Old Candy. Yeah, basically, I just did. I did really bad at Old Candy. I had like winnable power going into 5, but that's that. That was just a fumble. This is a 556. I don't remember what happened with this one. Yeah, this one was just a fumble, I guess. Yeah, I had good power again. Actually, this wasn't power. This was Chester. I would have been fine. I overestimated Chester again. Hold up, I gotta change that. 556. Chester. Cool. Yeah, we're just at the start of all these deaths. There's a lot of great ones. So yeah, that's that. This one, what was this one? Ah, Ring Nightmare Faulty Equipment 5 a.m. Okay, cool. I forget what this one was just bad. Yeah, I did a really bad job repairing phones. And overall, I was just really slow. So, I haven't done any attempts today. I'm just recapping the last week that I've been playing this. Yeah, Blood 720 in the Gauntlet is... It's... Oh, man. It's rough. I've gotten pretty consistent at it now. I don't know what's going to be like today, because I haven't played it much. Like, I'm used to tiny-ass laptop resolution, so... We'll see. We'll see what that's going to be like today. But I'm like 20 times better at FNAF 3. Basically, with FNAF 3 and my laptop setup, I don't know what it is. I just couldn't play FNAF 3 at all. Like, not that it was laggy or anything. It was just bad playing it. So... I knew I could get to Rat and Cattle challenges, and that was my one goal for the week, and to at least start, like, Cat's Attack. I know I wasn't going to make it past it, but yeah, so that was a 5 a.m. on Ringing Nightmare. This is another great death to the end of Blood 720. Which one was this? Was this the Cindy one? Yeah, this is the Cindy one. Yeah, so, my brain just, like, I really wanted to cuss. My mom was very grateful I didn't. I really wanted to. Also, I'm not sunburned or anything. That's just my the laptop webcam getting very overly saturated for no reason. I don't know why. Oh, no, I should, yeah. I'll talk about my overall stats after, but yeah, so yeah, basically I would have been fine. I had enough power. This is another one where I had so much power going into it. Yeah, I had 18 at 5. Jeez. No, I can cuss in front of my mom. She just knew I was gonna say. She could tell by my reaction I was gonna say some shit. And to be fair, I was. This one, what was this one? Ah, yes, this is the third 557. This one I had horrible pace, so I wasn't really mad because, I mean, yeah, I just had, I had relatively winnable pace going into this, but I think I was just really bad at Old Candy. Yeah, I was really bad at Old Candy. Oh, I was going to. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was just, this was just bad. I don't know why my desktop audio didn't capture this, but this is a 2 a.m. to ringing nightmare. I don't remember what happened with this one. Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, I go to lure candy and then I do everything right and then I just straight up misclick the cancel call button. This one hurt. Yeah, I was not happy after that one. This is another 5 a.m. to ringing nightmare. I don't remember what happened. I think this one I was just bad. I could have maybe been a little bit faster if I didn't misclick like 3 times, but I think I would have been dead anyway. So this was just me being not good. This was another 2 a.m. to ring nightmare. I forget what happened to this one. Oh yeah, I was just bad at this one. Yeah. Also, now we're at the last day of my attempts. I don't know. I don't remember, man. This is a 558 at Blood 720. So going into this, I think my worst fail in Blood 720 was like a 545. I think now I have a 555, a 556, a 557 3 times, and a 558. So that was that. Oh yeah, this was me just overestimating my Chester pace. So another throw, as we love to see. This was another interesting one. Okay, hold up, I gotta go to where this happened. Oh wait, no, hold up, it happened a little earlier. Okay, so for this blank interval, this is kind of how I deal with blank blocking. I kind of hope it's at a late interval, and then if that happens, I just sit and pray that Penguin closes the middle door. And then I have keybinds for my timer that switch back and forward a second. So and then I just adjust my timer accordingly. This was the first time I'd like actually done this ever. This was just like This was just an improvisation, like on the spot. How's it going, River? Yeah, this was just me doing shit on the spot, and it nearly worked. I forget what happened at the end. Chester, probably, if I had to guess. Oh, no, it was just a brain fart. It was just a brain fart because I thought I was. I forgot I was off synced. I'd like to fluke this. I know it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get completely. I'm gonna get murdered by pmac. Yeah, because like especially in this case, um, I think when I adjust my timer manually, it only offsets by 1 second, and he was offset by a second and a half. So I just kind of like panicked. And like I said, this was on the spot, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And yeah. And I got a 4 a.m. in ringing nightmare. I don't remember what happened. Oh yeah, this was just me being bad. I maybe could have survived if I was just like a smidge faster, because you can see I kind of hesitated for a little bit for some reason, but I was probably dead anyways, so that was just me being bad. I got another 4 a.m. I forget what happened in this one. Ah. I don't want to talk about this one. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna burn me to shreds. I already know. That's insane. Fluking from blood 720 is nuts. But finally, I got a PB. I finally got a run to Rad Cat all challenges. It took the entire fucking week on my shitty improvised setup. And yeah, as you can see, the game freezes for a very long time when it's switching between each game. And you can see everything's fine, and then I go... This freaked me out so much. Like, my game just straight up froze. So, I was already, like, on edge. Because I was, you know... But yeah, as you can see, I'm just not comfortable playing FNAF 3 on this setup. So yeah, cat just gets me. But it is a PB compared to the Rand Cattle Challenges attempt I had in early June. So yeah. So yeah, that was the gauntlet for last week. In total, last week I had 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 9. Oh yeah, I had a 555 that I just didn't save my footage for because I was just mad. So I don't have footage of it, but it did happen. So I had 9 deaths past 530, or yeah, past 535 in Blood 720. 9. I beat Blood 720 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I only beat Ring Nightmare one of those times. And in my only attempt at Rat Cat Theater, I beat it and died to 12 on Rat and Cat all challenges. So that was the last week, and yeah. If I get to pmac first attempt, how confident are you at beating it that attempt? 0. -0, probably. But yeah, that's the last week of gauntlet runs. As for today, I'm gonna do a mix of consistency building and runs. I don't know how long I'll go because, like I said earlier, I took some Advil, but I slept on my shoulder weird and my arm's killing me. But yeah. I guess I'll do some FNAF 3 first. Not a bad attempt. Oh, how the fuck am I alive? That was lucky. Why were they so desynced? Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Whoa. Ah! He got so desynced. Well, I mean, I'll take a casual 5 a.m. on Ran Cattle challenges after not seriously playing it since I beat it. Yeah, it's a pretty nuts warm-up. Dude, that was fucked up. Why would... I mean, by the time it got desynced, I would have beaten it in the Gauntlet because it is 6 minutes in the Gauntlet rather than the 8 that it is in this. Damn. Oh, I still had the... I had my desktop audio muted still. Shit. Oops. My bad. Alright. That, yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna... PMAC is not gonna go the same. I have not put in a serious PMAC session since I beat it, so... This I'm gonna have to put in a lot of practice into again. I'm gonna do 90% of it off stream. Why's my timer going? Fuck. I mean, I know why, but... Oh, I'm dead. Awesome. Or not? I gotta put in a lot of work on PMAC. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to do bedside manipulation. I cannot do that. I swear to God, if I get here in the Gauntlet and... Oof, I go and do that. There is going to be many a hole in my monitor. God, I don't know why. It feels so awkward to play this. It's been a very long time since I have like seriously played this. What? That's annoying. Practice mod got uploaded on GameJolt? Let's go. Is it the same version or did they make it good? Oh, bedtime manipulation doesn't exist. I do still have the practice mod though. I'm not gonna do a ton of practice on this because it's not gonna go well. It's just gonna shatter my confidence. So Why? This feels so different. What? Like... I'm just gonna exit that. I don't want to deal with it. Why is it up to... Alright, I don't know why it's up to 2700. Okay, well, what happened to it now? What? No, this is not 2600. What the fuck? Bro, what? Oh yeah, no, I relate 100%. Why the fuck does my mouse feel so much more sensitive all of a sudden? What? I turned the sensitivity down. The hell? Oh, it's because... That's so weird. Why did the report rate get shifted? Okay, well, fix that. Oh yeah, that's right. Idiot. That's better. I was like, there's no way I'm that ass randomly. I mean, I'm still really ass at Vinny. I mean, I could have gotten way more unlucky with PMAC. Oh, how I don't miss these. Alright, I did like the easiest attack I could have gotten, but still did it. Thanks, buddy. I'll leave that how it is in case it feels weird, but I think, like I said, I'm gonna do a lot more PMAC practice off stream. I'm gonna do this like a little more, and then we'll do Rad Cat Theater and Ring Nightmare for a little bit. Bam. That's like baby bedside manipulation. Now we're all good. There we go. I did it correctly. Oh, I hate everything. Oh well, okay. I feel fine with that. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of Ring Nightmare and Rancat Theater, and then I'm gonna play it. We still delayed candy. That works. I don't know how that didn't break. I'm not used to this. Oh fuck, Chester's gonna eat my cheeks. Ooh. I gotta get used to moving around in this compared to like how everything feels on my laptop. Yeah, I know Chester's a lot more lenient than Cat. That was still close. Let's assume that worked. Oh, that did not work. Well, that did. Alright. This is the sketchiest ring I've ever done of all time. Oh! I thought I didn't repair that. Well, the sketchiest ring nightmare attempt of all time is about to get even sketchier. Ah! Don't kill me, Blake. Fuck! That's such a funny way to end that incredibly scuffed attempt. That was such a funny attempt. Oh my god. That was great. Very happy with that. I'm still overshooting stuff. I'm gonna do a little lower sensitivity. That was a great attempt. Alright. A little bit of this, then we go from the start. Candy break cam. Yeah, I mean, well, I would do that. I mean, but I don't want to get in the habit of like throwing like that just for a Raining Nightmare completion when that'll fuck me up for the Gauntlet in the long term. It's like at the end of the day, I don't care about beating Raining Nightmare anymore. I've already done that. I've done the hardest Raining Nightmare. I've done normal Raining Nightmare quite a few times. Another Raining Nightmare completion doesn't mean much for me. It's mainly just getting good habits for the Gauntlet. Yeah, I'm just treating it like 820 faulty equipment. So I'm doing exactly what I'd do for that. I know phones stay broken. The second I break the muscle memory I have for my laptop setup, we're gonna get a lot of good runs. It's like I'm used to moving how I'd move with that, which is obviously a lot different than a monitor in front of my face that's like 20 times bigger than my laptop screen. So. Nice. All right. Time to update that. All right, let's do some attempts. Timer, bam. All right, time for the fun thing that is Gauntlet Blood 720. Let's go. Wait, there we go. This is going to be so much fun. Gauntlet Blood 720 is rough, I won't lie. I miss playing actual Blood 720.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
I clicked that. Ooh, boy. That was almost bad.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Ooh, I did not realize you got that.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I don't know what that was. That's a bad death. Oh well. Yeah, definitely.
Can I take your order?
I mean, if I'm doing like any warm-up for Blood 720, I might as well go from the start, you know?
Can I take your order?
That's why I warm up with everything else first. So that when I do Blood 720...
Can I take your order?
That was a pretty good run. I just
Can I take your order?
got greedy, I guess.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I was a little too confident in my movement, even though I'm not used to everything in this yet. Even though my movement's pretty good for the most part right now. It's not as good as
Can I take your order?
but
Can I take your order?
oh wow. Okay. Damn. Candy bonked right before blank, like literally like a couple tenths before blank did. How's it going, that box?
Can I take your order?
Oh no, I don't.
Can I take your
My thing with
order?
Blood 720 is I just don't know why it's under HRN.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
But at the same time, like, my...
Can I take your order?
I don't know, I guess my view on how I, like, view the difficulty of this is, like, so swayed by the fact that I've been playing
Can I take your order?
so much Gauntlet Blood 720 recently rather than actual Blood 720, and... You know, there's a pretty decent difference.
Can I take your order?
I don't know. It's not like a difference I can really,
Can I take your order?
like, point out. But, like, it definitely does feel a bit different. Oh, shit.
Can I take your
Ah.
order?
You son of a bitch. Alright, do I get lucky?
Can I take your order?
No.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Yeah, it's really annoying that they can go to the same places multiple times in a row. Because it just makes blank blocking so much more
Can I take
common.
your order?
That, and it's like, you have to look around a little more when you're doing like movement prediction, which I don't mind, because I can do that fast. I can do that fast enough
Can
now.
I take your order? Can I take your order?
I don't know, like
Can I take
overall,
your order?
I've just gotten really good with Blood 720 the last week or so.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I thought I was fast enough.
Can I take your order?
I'm gonna be so for real, I don't remember why I said that.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Boy. Ooh, that was close.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Ooh, man.
Can I take your order?
Ooh, man.
Can I take your order?
And that is why they call me the best blitzer.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing, trying to get Rat.
Can I take your order?
That was a stupid play.
Can I take your order?
Hopefully I can get a good attempt today.
Can I take your order?
That would be nice.
Can I take your order?
Dude, stop. I mean, already today it's been a pretty good session.
Can I take
Basically,
your order?
beat Ringing Nightmare, beat Rat and Cat Theater. Also, basically beat Rat and Cat all challenges. And I say basically beat Rat and Cat all challenges because even though just turned 5, if I getting to 5 in actual Rat and Cat all challenges is already past how long I'd be playing it if I was at that point in the gauntlet.
Can I take your order?
So
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Dick. I see.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Not the greatest on old candy, but
Can I take your order?
oh, I could open that. Oh well.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Oh, let's ignore that. Let's just ignore that. How's it going, Jasmine? Cygnus got to damn.
Can I take
Hope you
your
feel
order?
better. FNAF 2 is cursed.
Can I take your order?
It's an interesting game.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Oh man,
Can I take your order?
that is some very bad old candy. Let's see what we can do with this though.
Can I take your order?
This is gonna be a nifty one.
Can I take your order?
We'll see.
Can I take your order?
That is just a
Can I take your order?
power vacuum right there.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Oh my god. That's gotta be the worst old candy in my life. Holy shit.
Can I take your order?
Okay, yeah.
Can I take your order?
That was insane. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, no, that's a game where you definitely need audio cues, especially panning. I got the cycle down, nice. Yeah, it's a weird cycle to get used to. It definitely does take a bit.
Can I take your order?
But it's pretty consistent for the most part.
Can I take your order?
That would have been a good attempt if I wasn't so bad at my old candy
Can I
paste.
take your order?
Like I said, that is without doubt probably the worst old candy paste I've ever had in my life.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Oh man, I hate blank blocks.
Can I take your order?
I think his audio in FNAF 2, it's like a little bit different than the noise he makes in this game.
Can I take your order?
And it's really hard to hear at first. Like, you only really hear it towards the end. It's very soft for the most part.
Can I take your order? 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 take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Oh man. I misclicked so many times there, I don't know how the fuck I'm alive.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Might be a little tight.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
We gotta run. Alright, a little desynced, I can fix that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck. Alright. Sure thing. What? Man, this is gonna be rough. Why are my ring nightmare attempts so sketchy today? Oh, Cindy's gonna kill me. That was way too soon. What is wrong with me? I should have let Old Candy break early. I usually like to wait until after 3 if it's not going to be directly on 3, but in that case I should have gone early. That was a bad choice. I was thinking about it. I almost did it, and I was like, no. Oh well. Alright, that was what? That was at 2 a.m. Today is the 10th. Cause Cindy. Afterthoughts. I'm a idiot. And I straight up didn't do it. Cool. Alright, there's that. We go again. Yeah, so yeah, when
Can I take your order?
when he's gonna break a cam that's not like right when it's gonna be 3, I usually let him do it a bit after 3. I should have done it early there because I was doing really bad with my phones because I just misclicked a few times.
Can I take your order?
So that would have given me plenty of time to push blank back a decent bit.
Can I take your order?
And get all the phones repaired.
Can I take your order?
Shit. There, I forgot to do
Can
that.
I take your order? Can I take your order?
Thank you, Penguin.
Can I take your order?
That was a
take
bit
your order?
of... Well, I mean, it was a throw.
Can I take your order?
I think I probably could have had... I don't know, maybe a rat and cattle challenges attempt. I don't really know.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Let's do something.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Got a Blood 720 pass, so that's nice. Oh, I forgot to update something on my spreadsheet. I forgot to update my Blood 720 completions.
Can I take your order?
That was my 13th ever Blood 720 completion. That I remember. I might have beaten it an extra time. Oh shit.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Ah, I know it's reading something. Do spreadsheet. Total number of completions. Blood 720. 13. That I remember. Can he take my order? I don't know. I mean, after I beat Blood 720, I did the math on based on my playtime how many times Penguin said can I take your order to me?
Take your order.
My god, he said it several thousand times, I think. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a pretty big number.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
But yeah, after this attempt, I'll talk about my
Can I take
candy
your
strategy
order?
now that blank blocking is more common. It's not a very good strategy. There's a billion better ways, but this one
Can I
feels
take
best.
your order?
I'm fucking blind. Okay, so basically my strategy with Candy is like, if I know he's gonna move close to an interval, then I just preemptively close the window before I go in
Can I
camp,
take your order?
camp 5. And if I have the ability to, I try and make it so that his interval
Can I take your
is
order?
not synced up with blank, and that's just like stalling a certain bit. It's
Can I
It's
take
not very
your
great
order?
because he gets off that interval very, very easily.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
And yeah, like I said, there's like a billion better ways to
Can
deal
I
with
take
it,
your order?
but that's the one that I like to do.
Can I take your order?
it's just me not paying attention to my timer.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Not the greatest with old candy, but
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
shit, I was gonna train on the Oh boy. Yeah, power isn't great, but well.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Another not so good old candy attempt.
Can I take your order?
Bonk. Jesus.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
This is gonna be tight.
Can I take your order? Can I Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Alright, we got another run. Got a little hairy towards the end. I'll take 2 completions in... That was like 2 completions within like 10 minutes. Really push that, Jesus. this with blank. Jesus. That was something new I've never done before. I didn't know that worked. Oh! What? What? He wasn't even fucking there! What was that? What the fuck? Yeah, you know what, man? You do you, game. Oh my god. I don't have words for that. I don't know what the what? So I ring the phone for Candy. It breaks and no one's there! Like, Old Candy is on the other fucking side of the map! Dude! I got robbed of a Rat and Cattle Challenges attempt! Like, that was literally the last time I had to look at Old Candy before I can cruise through Rat and Cat Theater and actually get a good attempt in Rat and Cattle Challenges. No way! No, Old Candy was on the other side. Like, you can see he's at cam 15. The cam broke at cam 13 where no one was in there. That's so... What? Like, how does that even happen? Alright, sure thing, man. Oh, wait, hold up. I forgot to... Wow. I've had a lot of bad deaths in FNAF 2, specifically Ring Nightmare. That is...
Can I take your order?
Like, that wasn't even on me! Like, yeah, the Gauntlet's got a lot of jank, but what the fuck is that? That just takes jank to a whole new level.
Can I take your order? I take your
Actually.
order?
Oh my god.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
The second... Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I got robbed of a probable PB. Unless Cat would do some stupid shit at the start of
Can I take your order?
his attack and ran cat all challenges, and or I choke Ryan Cat Theater. That's like an actual attempt into Ryan Cat all challenges. I don't think Goofy's here anymore, but
Can I take your order?
I'm gonna send a clip to him, see if he has any explanation.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I lost a 5 a.m. ring nightmare attempt to literal nothing. Like, I don't know, a couple minutes ago.
Can I take your order?
Just like go back,
Take
I don't
your
know,
order.
5 minutes, you'll see it.
Can I take your order?
I
take your order?
literally nothing death.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
That's a bug. A great time to get that bug.
Can I take your order?
Dude, that would, yeah, the fucking insane.
Can I take your order?
I pace and... She was? She hadn't moved into the hall yet? Hold up, let me look at that. Yeah, like, I had to do... Like, Candy was there before, before Chester was banged, because I did something weird in this cycle before. During the cycle before, when I was looking at old Candy, I rang a phone on the... No, the desync was on me because I rang a phone for Candy on one side, and it was while I needed to do Cindy and Chester on the opposite side, but I was already looking at old Candy, so I lured Candy first, and then I was gonna go and do Cindy and Chester because Candy was also, he showed up before Cindy, so I thought I wouldn't have enough time to go and do him after that. Yeah, that's gotta be the only explanation. We can't tell because Penguin's there. That's... Wow. Hold up. Alright, let me update my notes then. That's insane. To do that, 20 seconds away from Ryan Kettle challenges. Oof. Not fun, not fun.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
That's like, oh my god, that's such a FNAF 2 death. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's just such a FNAF 2 death. Oh my god. Only in that.
Can I take your order?
Man.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
That's like honestly impressive. I need to stop. I need to stop talking about it because the more I think about it, the more it's just gonna piss me off and make me play worse.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Oh, this room is mega cooked.
Can I take your order?
Yet another bad old candy. Good thing we're used to these.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
This is gonna be a rough one.
Can I take your order?
So I have good Chester face. Oh boy, it's gonna take 15 misfits didn't help.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
was actually not that bad.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Nice. I'm like super consistent at Blitz at 20, jeez. Alright, let's not have some stupid shit happen again, please. I don't know what the fuck I was. My brain just like stopped working. Alright. We all good. Yeah, we good. I was just an idiot for like 2 seconds. Oh shit. Oh my god. Bro. Oh my fucking god. They call me the best FNAF 2 player of all time, while simultaneously being the worst. Oh my god, I need to not talk ever again. I need to never talk. Oh my god. Oopsies. I'm such an idiot. I need to not, you know? 11. I think I have this all updated. Yeah, I think I have this all updated. Okay. I've had like the stupidest ringing nightmare runs today. Like both in practice, I had a really stupid on my one warm-up run of this, it was so stupid. And then all of the ones I've had
Take your order.
have been so stupid. I don't know what it is.
Can I take your order?
It's just, I don't know.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
All I want is a normal ring nightmare run.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Oh my god.
Can I take your order?
That almost ended in disaster.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Just like completely forgot about candy for 2 seconds.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Ah!
Can I take your
Holy
order?
shit, how am I not dead?
Can I take your order?
Please. Please, no stupid stuff. I'm begging. Almost lost that to old candy of all things right at the end. I'm very, very consistent on Blood 720. That's like 4 Blood 720 wins in like 40 minutes, I think. That was close. I love misclicks. I had it in my head I was supposed to break it there when I shouldn't have, so I confused myself. That was pretty good. Now we break it. Never a normal ring nightmare run, huh? Never a normal ring nightmare run, dude. What the hell? Oh my god. It's like, there's no point in even practicing it because it's just stupid mistakes I'm doing. Oh my god. Fucking idiot, man. Come on. Come on, come on.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I just want one attempt.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Really? Man.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
I just want a normal ringing nightmare attempt.
Can I take your order?
Is that too much to ask for?
Can I take
That one
your
was
order?
completely my fault. I will admit that.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Ooh, this power is horrible.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one.
Can I take your order?
Now's
Can
not
I
the time.
take your order?
Now is not the time.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
That was horrible power. Oh man. It was like, I don't know, it was like a 530, something like that. If I had better power, that would have been okay. 526. Power almost clutched up. I suck. I think I had good Chester pace. If I would have just, I don't know. I didn't think I needed to check. I didn't think I needed to check that side yet for Rat. Mainly because I thought Old Candy got him blocked eventually. Oh well. Man. Oh, wait. gonna go till I get... I don't know. I don't know how much longer
Can I
I'm gonna
take
play.
your order?
Because, like, I feel like I'm playing well enough that I can get,
Can I take your order?
I can get a run past Ring Nightmare, but, like...
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Thank you, Blink. Or... Chester.
Can I take your order? 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 your order? Can I take 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 your order?
Nice. How far did I make it? This is my 5th Blood 720 win of the day. And then my best run is like 20 seconds away from Radcat Theater, and I died to one of the stupidest things of all time. How's it going, break card? Yep. It is gauntlet time. I'm gonna get a good attempt as long as I can have a normal ringing nightmare attempt. How's it going, the pudding enjoyer? Dude, I just want a normal... that was horrible penguin RNG. I couldn't tell where Chester was. Oh my god, man. Oh, that is so annoying. Yeah, I mean that's a good run. I'm very, very consistent with Blood 720. It's just I keep like all of the deaths I'm having in Ringing Nightmare are just so stupid, you know? I mean, if you ignore all the really bad Ringing Nightmare deaths, it's actually been pretty good. I mean, that was my 5th Blood 720 completion of the day, which is the most I've done in a day. I just can't do Ringing Nightmare, because every single time some stupid shit happens. Yeah.
Can I take your order?
Kind of a dumb skill. I will give you your frenetic but dumb
take
skill
your
back
order?
if you can give me your flute powers of Gauntlet.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Thank you. I appreciate it, Ufi.
Can I take your order?
Gauntlet completion incoming.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Ooh, Penguin with the clutch. Thank you very much.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Not great old candy paste, but that's like...
Can I take your order?
I can handle that. I've already handled that like 3 times today.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
That
Can I take your order?
interesting.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Whoa, how long was that closed? Oh my god.
Can I take your order?
Oh no, okay. Well, I have good Chester pace.
Can I take your order?
Oh fuck.
Can I take your order?
Well. Alright, never mind. Damn. I might do that at some point. That sucks. It's like, what, 525? No, it was like a 514, okay. Holy chat delay. I don't think it's on my end. I don't think so. Oh, man. Oh, wait. I forgot. It's 2. Man, I gotta get in the habit of updating this fucking spreadsheet. I'm very annoyed I've not gotten a rat and kettle challenge today. Because I should have, like, 3 different times, but...
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Ah, idiots. I'm gonna get like
Can I take your order?
one more Blood 720 completion, and then I'll be done, depending on if it's a stupid death or not.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Man.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Even if I don't end up getting, like, you know, a really far run today, like, I'm still, like, very consistent with Blood 720.
Can I take your order?
I'm definitely, like, at my Blood 720 peak. Like, the last 3 days or so, I've had a lot of success with Blood 720.
Can I take your order? Can I take
I think in like
order?
the last, I didn't really put any attempts in yesterday since I was traveling back from vacation all day.
Can I take your order?
But the 2 days before yesterday and
Can I take your order?
hold on, let me just.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Ah! I missed it, damn it. What's your favorite max mode? Blood 720. Not Gauntlet Blood 720. Gauntlet Blood 720 is not good, but my favorite max mode is normal Blood 720. Anyways, as I was saying about, like, how well I've been playing Blood 720 recently, counting today, and the 2 sessions I put in on this beforehand being Thursday and Friday, I think I've beaten Blood 720 like over a dozen times.
Can I take your order?
Maybe more, I don't know.
Can I take your
I
order?
can't remember off the top of my head, but I've had insanely good consistency with Blood 720. Which is good because
Can I take your order?
for like the rest of the week prior, I was getting absolutely rolled. Like everything was
Can I
just,
take your order?
yeah, it was just rough.
Can I take your order?
It wasn't as bad as me getting rolled during the final Rat and Cattle Challenges stream. I don't know if anything can get worse than that, let's be real.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
But it was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
I'm definitely very happy with the consistency I've had in this today. And the last few days
Can
in
I
general.
take your order? take your order? Can I take your order?
I don't really know why I've been playing as well as I have been. Like, I just feel like my movement prediction and overall speed and just like
Can I take your
dealing
order?
with everything has been like miles better than it ever has.
Can I take your order?
And my green running and Chester and old candy face. I've had some bad old candy faces today.
Can I take your order?
But other than that, like I've been doing pretty well. So
Can I take your order?
and I've also done a good job at like staying calm when shit hits the fan.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
What? No way! Oh my god. I think what happened there was... Yeah, so when I was opening the middle door after Penguin shut it, Candy bonked, and I thought it was old Candy. That's an annoying way to lose a run. Man. I would have been fine if that didn't happen. Okay. I'm gonna go for like one more good blood 720 attempt.
Can I take?
Or no, I'm gonna get one more blood 720 completion, then I gotta go eat dinner.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? take your order? Can I 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 take your order?
Oh, I
Can
went
I
to
take
Old
your
Candy for
order?
like 15 years, so... Ooh,
Can I take your
alright.
order? Can I take your order? Can I
Let's see
take
if we
your
can order
order?
this absolutely atrocious Old Candy pace.
Can I take your order?
Ah!
Can I take your
Oh
order?
boy. This is gonna be a little tricky.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Dude.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order? Can I take your
This is
order?
gonna be tight. What? Ah, how long was that closed? What? Dude, I swear to God, some of Penguin's store closes aren't
Can I
canon.
take your
They
order?
should.
Can I take your order? Can I take your order?
Alright, come on. Please, Chester.
Can I take your order?
Oh. Damn it, Chester. I thought I was good. Is there gonna be another 57? No, 56. Alright. Alright, come on.
Can I take your order?
Let's get one more W.
Can I take your order? 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 Can I take your order?
Oh, Jesus.
Can I take your order? 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 take your order? Can I 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 take your order?
Alright, last attempt. Please, nothing dumb. I am begging. Just a nice, normal, ringing nightmare completion. Ah! Not the phone, you idiots! Alright. Well, that was not as nice of a session as I was hoping. Oh, man. I mean, like, yeah, that was a good session. I beat Blood 726 times. And had 4 runs that went to 5 that died. But, like, why? Why Ringing Nightmare? Why? Like, none of those attempts... I don't think a single Ringing Nightmare attempt went, like, normal. That's annoying. Man. Alright. Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, I guess that's a good session, but I don't feel proud of it, you know? Oh well. Alright, well, I will be live tomorrow, hopefully. I might have things I need to do. After I eat, I might play this a little bit longer, so we'll see. Oh yeah, no, I know. I know it's gonna be just a matter of FNAF 3. Really a matter of pmac, because I was pretty good when I was doing Rat and Cat, all challenges. Yeah, sorry, Phantom. I gotta eat dinner. Yeah, I don't know. I might play this a little later, but good session, just could have been so much better. So, yeah. I will hopefully be live again tomorrow. Hopefully then I can, like, actually get some Rat and Cattle challenges attempts. So, yeah. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your days. Appreciate the support as always. Thank you for stopping by.